Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, Nioh is out, and I can't be any happier. I've been waiting for this. Weirdly enough, this game is super fitting for the show we're about to talk about, and let's get right into it. By the way, I am live playing and talking at the same time, so if I do mention stuff in it, it's just because it's actually happening to me live and I'm still not really used to this game yet. So this is very early on. This is the second level in the game. So with all that being said, Hanako-san this week. Uh, I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm actually not fully invested in the show as I was. Like, it was very good, and it still is pretty good. But I feel like these episodes are relatively the same thing over and over, where something's bad about to happen to one of the characters, and someone always shows up to save the day, where it's getting kind of too predictable, because, as soon as it gets to that point in this week's episode, you're like, and someone comes and saves them. But the better part of it being, the anti version of our main character, or our main ghost, you can say anyway. Um, and just seeing him in this sense, knowing what he can cause, like at any given time, because he's just like a loose cannon. Um, I absolutely loved the way they used just his overall demeanor and action in this case, and at the same time still winds up checking on, someone who he kind of has put an impression on her that he wants to destroy her, and she would be better off if she was gone and out of the picture. But for some odd reason, he just went out of his way to save her life. So it's got to be somewhat confusing, right? So that's pretty awesome. But not only do we see that, oh, I am dead. We also get to see the fact of the matter where anybody who kind of is anybody who kind of is these wonders have a tremendous amount of power. But once they're actually shown in these levels of like understanding, none of them really show up as big or as crazy as the people who kind of just go in between worlds, go in between each, um, how can I put it, boundary, right? Like, the people who can freely roam are the ones who have shown, oh god, uh, the most the most power, and not only the human realm, but in multiple boundaries. As long as they get in a position where they can uh, catch you off guard, or just pretty much be in a position where you don't expect them, and uh, even not even have to do that. Like, for instance, how much of a fight do you think this mirror person could have put up, regardless of knowing this attack was going to happen? So that's kind of the interesting part of it, is we've never seen anybody really do much in the sense of damage to to our main characters. So I'm just interested in that regard of if these guys are going to be capable of doing so, and if so, what is that going to, necessarily amount to for these characters? Because not only have they been kind of humiliated on their own turf, they now have to kind of either get their power back by, whatever means necessary, or, what happens when these guys end up losing uh, by a way of death, or, by a way of just losing their boundary forcefully. But I don't even know if that's the case yet. All we know is this guy is like unconscious, so I am interested in seeing how much more damage may happen in the next episode, or if they're just gonna leave in general and kind of just call it quits. Not very sure on that one. The other thing that was weird to me was uh, how how much mental damage this girl goes through every single day by just random people, like judging her legs the exact way she doesn't want them to be judged. Like she doesn't want her legs to be looking like that, but that's the only thing people can necessarily see when they see her. So uh, it seems like just her destiny to kind of deal with that for the rest of time. So I guess we'll look forward to seeing that. Uh, Other than what I'm getting from the vibe of this show, it feels I don't know where I was going with the whole kind of dropping, not even dropping it, but I just don't feel like I am getting I thought there was gonna be more of a challenging aspect of the storytelling, but it's more or less just someone showing up and saving the day, and then after saving the day, uh, pretty much being in a position where they either still need help from the main character, like the girl, or they are absolutely capable of just destroying. There's no real need for any help. They just needed to get to the place where they were and, get their hands on them. So I don't really know how this is going to end, but at the same time, we know for sure this girl isn't going to die. We know for sure either our toilet bowl kid is going to show up, or for sure that what's his face is going to pretty much handle it all. His twin or his brother, and just pretty much either either tease her or just straight up leave because he was called there just like she was when reached out for help, or when this person that's here asked for help. This is what happened. She shows up. So it's funny to see uh, the next person that shows up was someone very capable of getting them out of the situation that he truly wanted help with compared to what he just dealt with. So, with all that being said, everybody, I hope you're having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I definitely will talk to you sooner than later. And I will try to get further in Nioh, but I also don't want to spoil too much of it. So I feel kind of bad that I want to use this game as all my videos right now, because it's just the game I've been wanting to play for a while. Plus, there's a pretty big learning curve to it, so hopefully I don't just speed blitz through everything and spoil, but yeah, I'll try my best not to ruin anything for y'all. But take care, everybody, and peace.